Hola clase, hoy vamos a hablar sobre el uso de los pronombres con los mandatos. Okay, so today our topic is pronoun placement with commands. Okay, we've been reviewing commands in this chapter, and you know that commands are used to tell someone what to do. You guys have been practicing with usted and ustedes commands. So that's with usted, you're being formal. So perhaps you're commanding a teacher or a stranger, someone you're not on a first name basis with, what to do. And then we've also been working with the ustedes commands, which means you're commanding more than one person, so a group of people what to do. So maybe you're commanding your siblings, a group of friends, etc. Okay, so what do we do if we happen to have a pronoun with one of these commands? For example, if you were commanding and you were saying, hey, Mrs. Thompson, help me. Okay, what would you do with the me? Or what if you were doing it negatively? What if you were saying, Ms. Thompson, don't help me, I got this. Okay, what would you do with the me then? Is there a difference between negative and affirmative commands? Okay, that's what we're going to learn today in our flipped video. Okay, so let's start by referencing English. You know that in English we place the pronoun after the command. Give me the ball, don't give me the ball, etc. In Spanish, that process is just going to be a little bit different. Okay, so on your note guide, first section, we'd like you to fill this out. Here in Spanish, you should know that the pronoun is attached to the affirmative command. Okay, you probably remember that from Spanish 1 when we learned to-form commands. Okay, here, if I'm using an usted command and I'm saying, hey, tell me the truth, dígame la verdad. Okay, so it's going to be the opposite when you're doing a negative command. Okay, so if you've got a pronoun with a negative command, your pronoun is placed before the negative command. No me diga la verdad. Okay, let's move on to section 2 and talk a little more in depth about using a pronoun with an affirmative command and then using it with a negative. Okay, section 2 of your note guide. Please note, again, pronouns are attached to affirmative commands. Let's look at some examples here. If you're commanding, okay, or maybe you're writing a recipe like you will in the project, and you say beat the eggs, bata los huevos. Well, if I was already talking about the eggs and I was saying, oh, okay, so what do I do with the eggs? You might just say, oh, beat them. Okay, so to do that, you're going to replace los huevos, okay, with the word them. Okay, the direct object pronoun in Spanish would be los, and then you're going to attach it. Your answer would be bátalos. Let's look at another example. If we're saying, hey, mix the ingredients, and I was saying, okay, I have all the ingredients, now what do I do? And you wanted to command me and say, mix them. You're going to replace los ingredientes with los, and then you're going to attach it. Mézclelos. You may have noticed in both of these examples an accent. Okay, so on your note guide here, write this down. Fill in the blanks here. Note that when a pronoun is attached to an affirmative command of 2 syllables or more, the stressed vowel carries an accent. So that's purely to preserve pronunciation. Okay, I'll teach you a trick. This works 90–95% of the time. When you're trying to figure out, okay, what is the stressed vowel? An easy trick is to just count backwards, okay, and count the third vowel from the end of the word. Okay, so let's see if that worked here with our 2 examples. On bátalos, let's count the third vowel from the end. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's where our accent goes. And with mézclelos, let's count the third vowel from the end. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again, that will help you, or that will be the correct syllable to accent 90–95% of the times. Sometimes with a diphthong, it's going to throw off where your accent goes. Okay, let's talk about using pronouns with negative commands. We already know that the pronoun goes before the verb. Okay, but to be more specific, it goes before that command and between the no. Okay, so here if I'm saying don't beat the eggs, so I'm saying, hey, don't beat them. Replace los huevos with los, and then you're going to put it right here between the no and the bata. No los bata. Notice, there was no need for an accent here. Okay, we didn't attach another syllable here Therefore, we did not throw off the natural stress of the word. Okay? So if you're not attaching a pronoun, no worries, no need to add an accent. Let's look at another example. Don't mix the ingredients. If I'm saying, hey, don't mix them, no los mezcle. Okay, here's my advice to you. This helped me when I was learning these. If it were me, I would memorize one verb, affirmatively and negatively, so that I would know where the pronoun goes. Okay, you guys did that very well when we did Spanish 1 commands with help me. All of you could go, oh, ayúdame. Okay, that reminded you where the pronoun went. So do the same thing here, okay, but do it with maybe an usted command, like I've done. So here I've got béseme, no me bese. That means kiss me, don't kiss me. Okay, so béseme, no me bese. Béseme, no me bese. Maybe you'd want to say tell me, don't tell me. Dígame, no me diga. Excuse me, dígame, no me diga, etc. Okay, let's practice. Practiquemos. Directions. Use an usted form command here. All right, it's telling me to add it. The it I'm talking about is la sal. All right, so first, añadir is to add. When you put añadir in an usted form command, you get añada. And then what am I going to do with la? It's an affirmative command, so I attach it. Añádala. Don't forget to go back and accent. Okay, where would that accent go? Third vowel from the end. Okay, pause me. Please work on numbers 2 through 6, and then we'll go over your answers. Okay, repasemos. You can check your spelling here. Añádala. Number 2, boil them. Hervir. And the command is going to become hierva. Boil them. Hiervalas. Cook them. Cocínelos. Don't serve me. Careful, servir's got a stem change. Okay, so it's no me sirva. Don't buy it. No lo compre. And don't taste it. Again, probar has a stem change. Okay, so no la pruebe. All right, that's it for today's notes. All you need to remember is that you attach pronouns to affirmative commands. And with negative command, the pronoun goes in front. Best advice, memorize one verb, okay? Béseme, no me bese. Dígame, no me diga. If you have any additional questions, please see the notes provided on page 264. Also, feel free to leave a question or comment on your note guide. Okay?